Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Different Views and I Love Yous, man. This is episode 3, baby. We 3 episodes in. You know what I'm saying? You back with the Johnsons. My name is Christian, a.k.a. Crispy Chicken Christian, a.k.a. Chocolate Durag, a.k.a. I live my life one ramen noodle pack at a time. And this is my lovely wife, Amani, a.k.a. Hot Mama, a.k.a. Caramel Delight, a.k.a. 4'11", sent from heaven. That's my baby.
But why do you keep touching me like that? What's
Why
that? What's that touch?
why can't
What's
touch your
that
neck?
touch
Why-
at the end of that?
I like when you kind of like, ooh, like that. My man touching me. But welcome back. We thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Look, thank you all for supporting. Y'all been listening and y'all been downloading. Y'all been doing all that. And thank y'all for supporting. Y'all been buying t-shirts as well. If you ain't got yours, Merry Gang. You know what I'm saying? We out here. Look, www.christianjohnson.online. www.christianjohnson.online.
Did I ask you to say it twice?
You normally do, so I just kind of wanted to be ahead of the curve.
Don't do that. That's
Don't do that. Okay.
no.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Let's try that again.
All right. You can get shirts at www.christianjohnson.online.
What's the website?
www.christianjohnson.online.
Trying to be fast.
Merry Gang. But we appreciate
Are we
y'all.
a team?
We are definitely a team, baby. We are definitely a
Jeez
team.
Louise.
I'm sorry. Man, okay. Jesus. Don't go. Are we a team?
I don't know.
Because do you want me to bring up what happened not too long ago?
Go ahead.
No, because I still feel like I need to. I feel like
Go
I
ahead.
need,
'Cause obviously your feelings are hurt.
I
so
need to
go
get it
ahead.
off my chest.
Go
I
ahead.
feel like, as a married couple, you need to talk some stuff out. You know what I mean? So I'm getting off, you know what I'm saying, off the job. And text my wife, of course. Communication, Hey, babe, I'm on my way home. I do what I'm supposed to do. So I pull up to the parking lot to our home. And guess who I see outside? My lovely wife. In the car, windows down, chilling. And what's she doing? She eating. I said, babe, what you doing out here? I got some fries. Well, what? Where mine at? I like fries too.
I did not see your text.
Talking about, I didn't see. I said, baby, I let you know almost on the way home. She said, I ain't see your text. Clearly, because you're just digging in the bag eating. And then she's talking about, I got these earlier. Man, earlier when? Because them fries were still hot.
They were not hot.
Baby, I seen how you was chewing. You like,
No, I was not. They were
steam
not
coming
hot.
off the fry.
They were not hot. 'Cause even the strawberry lemonade was a little lukewarm.
I ain't seen that. Because when it's real, if it's something that's been sitting, you can see the sweat gliding down the cup with no sweat on the cup. But I just need to get that off my chest.
Just tell me how you really feel.
I did. I just you gotta I want you could at least got me some nuggets or something. You know what I mean?
If I knew you were on your way home, I would have said, forget it. Let me just turn around, go home, and we'll heat up the leftovers from last night.
I mean, that's still the plan. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but I didn't eat.
I want an appetizer too.
I didn't eat lunch. I barely ate breakfast.
And I don't like when you do that. You gotta stop doing that.
So I stopped to get fries, and now I get in trouble for getting the food.
Fries without meat? What? You know what I mean?
No. No, I don't.
But thank y'all again. This is Different Views and I Love Yous. Thank you all. Like I said, y'all have been listening to our podcast, and you all seem to really enjoy episode 2, in which we talk about how we met. And we had suggestions. Somebody wanted us to just talk about like sacrifices, and like I guess the sacrifices and adjustments with marriage. And so right now, I guess I'm gonna give my wife the floor so she can kind of tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what adjustments or what sacrifices have you definitely made, which I know you have. You've done quite a few things, so just to let the people know. Talk to me.
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
So you haven't made any sacrifices?
I don't know.
You haven't made any adjustments?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I made a couple of adjustments. I mean, I thought I was about to live life, and here you come, and you just, take over. So, but I think I haven't really made any sacrifices per se. I mean, I did. I take that back. I made a couple. Some I will share, some I won't. But the one that I will share is that I put some personal goals aside to make sure that Christian could live out his dream, and that knowing that was going to set me back, but not knowing the effect it would have on me today. Just trying to maneuver and pick back up where I left off, but too much time has passed, so it's like, do I still keep at it, or do I just go on to something else? Yeah, that's the one that I'll share.
Okay. And how does that, I guess, talk about your feelings? How does that,
I mean, I'm cool about it. I'm a realist, so I know what's going to happen before it's going to happen, or I try to prepare myself, even though you can never be too prepared because you just don't know. But what I will say is that I've adjusted to making that sacrifice, and I don't really call it, some people call that like a setback, but I just right now where I am, I don't know if that was a setback or if that was just, like God telling me, all right, don't do that. You may not want to go that route. Stay, continue where you are, stay on that path, and then we'll kind of figure it out. So that's just where I am.
Okay. And what about any adjustments that you may have had to make?
Yeah, I said I don't think I have any adjustments besides, just family wise.
Yeah, talk about the adjustments from single to dating to married,
I mean, now somebody living in the house every day. That's an adjustment. I can wake up. Am I going to eat? I don't know, because somebody may pay for my meal that day.
Excuse me?
What did you just ask me? You said talk about from single to dating to married. Mm-hmm. So, but that's what. Sorry, my eyes itching. That's what I can say. I know that it wasn't much of a difference, really, because we knew, Christian and I had that conversation probably day 2 of us dating about family and everything. So we kind of knew what we were about to walk into. Again, and it helped me prepare myself. Christian likes to say I tricked him into staying with me for the rest of his life. But it was really me asking the question so I could, prepare, because I'm not somebody that will play with your feelings. But I'm young, and I'm out here. So, but I don't know. I feel like I'm saying a whole bunch of nothing because I don't really have anything.
Okay. Okay. I guess I'll deal with the adjustments part, because from single to dating to married, Lord, it's the level of having to communicate goes up, and because like she said, out doing what what exactly are you? Okay. Oh, right.
You can get out the
way. Sorry, my wife decided to slither on the floor. But as far as adjustments, like I said, single, man, I could run and go and go about my business. I ain't really have to tell nobody. I mean, unless I want to tell somebody where I'm at, just to know that you know, like my mom or dad or something, you know, so they can know I'm safe. But man, I could just be on the go, you know, doing my own thing. You know what I mean? But when you actually, you know, when you got somebody, you know, when it comes to then you got to the dating level, of course you'll let them know, but you still don't have to like. And I don't want to say in marriage you have to like ask for permission, but you do have to, you know, communicate and being on the same page is important. Because you know you don't want to do anything without including that other person. And so, you know, that you know that's a big adjustment. Just having to communicate effectively. You know, and it has to be consistent because you can't just do it like when you want to. So that you know, and sacrifices. I would say, yeah. I just you know speak about how my wife she did, because you know we both had dreams and things that we wanted to do before we even knew each other and got together. Of course, you know, if you all do not know, my wife was going to school to be an esthetician. You know, she good with, you know, skincare. She good with doing lashes. She even done broaden her skills, and she know how to do makeup. So you know, obviously she was going to school or signed up to go to school because I think you were just going to school when we first started dating. Mm-hmm. And of course, I had started stand-up comedy earlier in that year. I started March 2017, and so I had, you know, been a few months in, you know, getting good opportunities, and I traveled a little bit, and so that was starting to become my life. And I, you know, thank God that she understood, and I understood her. And I hate, you know, how things happened or went down, as far as like her continuing to go to school, like the bumps in the road that happened to where she had to stop. But I just, you know, and I guess to I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten about her, and I still want her to go to school, and Lord willing, we'll be able to have that happen this year. And because, you know, but I think I appreciate her sacrificing, because I think, you know, in 2019, you know, I decided to, you know, not that I just went up and decided to, but I feel like God was really pushing me.
People thought you did.
Yeah, I know.
People,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I know I said this, well, I just mentioned this to you, like, not too long ago, but people really thought, like, Christian woke up one day, got ready for work, and was like, yeah, today's the day I'm about to quit.
No, it was definitely a process. Because, you know, I had already hated my job, you know, anyway. And then, like I said, I was getting really good opportunities, and things were really moving for me in a positive direction in comedy. You know, you know, and it was just one of those things where people at my job, even my boss, my boss's boss, were sensing it. You know, they were like, "Dude, you're too great to be here." You know, they're like, "We know it's only a matter of time before you tell us you're leaving." You know, and so just after just a lot of, you know, praying and, you know, all that kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah, this just seemed like this is the right move. Because normally, you know, I'm not the, you know, I understand having a family. Like, I have a whole wife and a kid, so I cannot put them in a bad position, you know, with me not having no job. You know what I mean? And sometimes I even feel crazy, like, believing in myself the way I do, but I know what God's given me. You know what I mean? So sometimes I'm like, dang, bro. And I have my doubts, like, Lord, is this gonna happen? Is this gonna work out? But He just continuously, in various ways, even through various people, let me know, like, no, you know, because backstory. I guess I just pause right here and go to a backstory, because I wasn't even gonna do stand-up comedy, even though I grew up loving it, and I, you know, just absolutely loved it. And I've always been like a class clown type person, or just loving to make people laugh type person. And people would be like, man, I would pay money to see you. And me, I'm like, man, it's a difference between making people laugh in a circle and making people laugh on stage, you know what I'm saying, with like actual material that you've written out and stuff like that. So, but fast forward a little bit to 2017, I was contemplating real heavy, like, man, should I really do this? You know, because I'm asking God, like, look, God, do you really want me to do this? Because I don't want to do it if, you know, like, I don't want to fail. Granted, you know, with success comes failure, but I don't want to do it just to be doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I really want, because I know how I love comedy and the life that I want to live and a lot of what I want to create a legacy, pass down to my kids and all that kind of stuff. So I ended up getting a phone call from my sister-in-law out of nowhere, out of the blue, and she was saying, I had a dream. She said, I had a dream that you were opening up for somebody big. I had a dream you opened up for Steve Harvey doing stand-up. Now, mind you, I've never mentioned to my sister-in-law that I wanted to do comedy, or I was even thinking about it, or like I was out toiling, with the thought of it, anything like that. So that was like my confirmation, like, all right, Lord, so you do want me to do this. You know what I mean? And what I can say is, up to that time, because I was only 2 years in, I had really seen a lot of good things in comedy. And I think that's why, granted, was I nervous to ask, because, boy, it's you can't just be coming to your wife, hey, baby, I'm thinking about leaving, my job and we becoming one for sure. Granted, I was making money in comedy, but like, that for sure every 2-week paycheck, what I'm saying? I'm thinking about leaving that because I'm believing in myself and what God's saying about this. So, but granted, like I said, speaking on sacrifices, I do appreciate and just really love her for just riding with your boy, and what I'm saying, granted, and granted, I have proof of what I'm saying, like I wasn't just making empty promises. What I'm saying, like, baby, I'm gonna do this and this. She's, like I said, she's actually seen me win different competitions or things like that, like being flown out and getting booked at different comedy clubs and being able to travel, and like I said, being able to pay bills, like literally getting to pay bills and eat off of comedy money. You know what I mean? So she's seen that. So I'm grateful that she, sacrificed and riding with your boy. Because granted, I still have a long way to go. But I can say, I appreciate that. And then I guess I just talk some more about adjustments, because Lord, you got to make adjustments. Like I said, just communication, especially when you have a family and kids, because sometimes, like, who gonna pick up the kids or who gonna watch the kids? That's a big adjustment. And then, like, adjusting to...
We have a kid, though. It'll be, I think for me, I wouldn't call that an adjustment until we have kids. Like,
well, no, it's an adjustment, though, because it was just me and you. And granted, like I said, life happened quick. I think
that's why I don't consider it as an adjustment, though, because like I mentioned, like I prepared myself for it. Like, I'm not going to, we had a plan, which the plan didn't work out,
but my thing
a couple
is,
days in, right? But we knew once Bree was born what we were going to do. We knew we had a timeline. Some people have a birthing plan. We had a timeline of like the events, who was going to take care of her at what, from 2 to 3 months or from 3 to 7 months. We had all that planned out, mapped out beforehand, because we knew what we were going to walk into. But I think, and that's why I said I don't think it's really an adjustment for me, because I planned for it or I prepared for it. But if we had 2 kids, people were like, all right, I could take one, but the other one, you got to figure something out with that.
I think I'm speaking more because, like, it's one of those things where you don't really understand. Like, you can plan all day, but until you like actually in it, that's when you get the full like experience. You like, oh shoot, let me make some adjustment, because like you gotta adjust to like times and getting up earlier than what you want to.
You had to adjust to times and getting up early and still be late.
Baby, I'm talking about like up because of a baby. You know what I mean? Like
but that's what I'm saying. It was so many people that, and I mean, me, I watched YouTube to watch how the baby comes out. I ended up getting so fascinated with stuff like that, so I could, just prepare, because you never are prepared. People want to say like, I want to wait until I'm ready for a kid. I want to make sure I'm prepared. You can't do too much preparation to have a child, because it's trial and error. You don't know what's going to happen, like you said. But we knew that we had designated, I'm just going to say like babysitter, or we had a tribe to kind of help us navigate through those trial and errors together. So it wasn't like we were, just completely on our own. I know for a while I felt that I had too much help, and that was the adjustment for me. I had too much help, and I was like, look, I need to be able to be with this baby alone by myself so I can figure things out. I don't need two to five different people telling me how I should change the baby, or how I should bathe the baby, or how I should feed the baby, because everybody has their different ways of doing things. And then if I have my second child, now I'm going to be just as confused as I was with the first one. So I think that's why I'm not really considering it as like an adjustment per se, because we didn't really have, like, for me, and then I was with, like, I carried Bree, so maybe that was it as well. Like I was making the adjustments as I was going, versus you, like, yours started when she got here.
Well, no, I mean, life adjusted, even when you was pregnant. You know what I mean? Because it was certain stuff I had to adjust to. You know what I mean? I had to adjust with you. Things were different because it got to a point where you couldn't sleep on your stomach. You had to just sleep on your back.
I tried.
So that was, what I'm saying? I had to adjust to you, being slightly, understandably cranky. You know what I mean?
I wasn't cranky.
Sometimes.
I wasn't cranky.
Sometimes, baby. I mean, it wasn't every day. I'm not saying it was every day, but it was sometimes.
Hot.
It was, and then stuff. Okay, that's an adjustment. So I gotta get used.
But I'm still the same now. I'm just. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
No. Pregnant you and not pregnant you is not the same thing. No. You're not about to do that. But again, like I said, you gotta adjust, man, because it's certain things that you may be good at with the baby that I'm not, or adjusting to. All right, because even when the baby, when Aubrey was, young and she was get up in the middle of the night, granted, I understood, you were with the baby all day. But every time, Aubrey get up crying, Lord, and I got to be at work, but I'll go get her.
That's not true.
What?
That's not true.
That I wouldn't go.
That's not true.
Baby, I did do night shift.
We had a system.
I had night shift.
We had a system.
But sometimes you wake up and act like, even though
I think I
appreciate your asking.
If I did that, it was probably one or two times, but I don't remember me ever like waking you up as like you making it seem like it was all the time.
No, you didn't have to wake me up. Aubrey was crying, so I was waking up because she was crying.
But she was always next to me, so like.
No, sometimes she'd be in the bassinet.
Next to me.
No. I'm not talking like that because I would get up and go to the side and go get her. So it wasn't about like what side of the room she was on.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, she's crying, but yeah, and you're right. It may take me a little bit to figure it out because you were sleeping, so you don't know if I've got up and I already checked on her, I already fed her, and she's not hungry. I already burped her. She's not gassy. I already changed her, so like I think that's where I'm like. I was like, she was literally side by side with me. I would wake up so much just to make sure that she was still breathing. And sometimes I did get delirious and kind of oversleep, which I'm grateful for. And I would, that's when I would say, hey, can you just go grab her for me? Because I have not slept in, I don't know, I'm just going to put out a random number, 71 hours out of 72. So can you please just go grab her so I can sleep for at least 30 more minutes, and then I'll get up, and then you can get up, and we could but we had a system, so I don't like you saying it like that.
No, I just said like you would be with her all day, so I had night shift, like.
But not only, but sometimes I would even take over. You would come home, and then you would go to bed, so you could be up.
Right.
But don't make it seem like it was just during the day.
What?
That I had Bree.
No. And I mean, I was only saying that to bring up sometimes at night when Aubrey would cry. I'm just talking about how you still had a cover tucked at the neck. So I was like, you want me to get up and get her? And I'm like, maybe you just sit this and I got it.
Yeah, because I needed probably about 30 more minutes. Because it took a while for me to train her to sleep all day. So yeah, like I didn't.
Oh no, she don't need to sleep all day. She need to understand sleep all night. She didn't understand the concept of day and night.
No, I mean she was sleeping all day, so it took me a while to train her to sleep at night and not during the day. Because Aubrey would sleep through. I mean, you could have a lawnmower going, you could have the vacuum, you could have the TV on 1,000 out of 100. I mean, you could. She would still be asleep. Excuse me. So. It took me a while to kind of transition her out of that, but it was like you know, because Bree still do that to this day. She's cranky when she doesn't get to take a nap, or when she's tired. You know, she'll be silly or whatever. But yeah, that's why I said I did have too much help, which I'm thankful for, and I made sure I thank every single last person that reached out or that came over and cooked or you know, tried to watch her while I got, you know, 30 minutes extra of sleep, or even took a shower, because that's something that you don't realize that you miss so much, is to take a shower.
So
and you know what? This is why I say you didn't. Once that baby came out, you didn't love me the way you used to when I was pregnant. Wow. You would come home and you ain't take a shower still.
But I still do that to this day, and I like to just make fun. It's just be fun and joke, because you do the same thing to me. You do it to me.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you do. You do it to me. You do it to me.
I just asked if you did. I'm like, did you bathe today? So maybe we could bathe together later if you didn't. That's really why I'm asking.
Now you know I'm not asking for the same thing.
Because you being funny all the time. You always on jokey time.
Nah, because sometimes I be want to take a bath together too. I want to be touched in the water.
You actually hate that.
No. I used to hate it, but now we do it different, to where you don't leave me in the back in the cold, because you used to try to hog the hot water. Mm-hmm. But now that we again communicate, you know, we've made some adjustments in the shower. So now nobody has to freeze. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get their fair share of water. But there's, you know, like I said, it's some adjustment, man. Adjustment to fatherhood and then being a husband. I mean, it was one point I was like, Lord have mercy, because I think it's just, I told Money, I feel like I'm at a factory and I'm trying to keep control of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like with being, trying to be an entertainer full time, be a full time husband, be a full time father. You know what I mean? And make it time for everything, and, you know, make sure I don't give too much to this, too much, not enough to that, and that, you know, so, you know, stuff like that. And Lord, you got to adjust to eating out with a baby. Lord have mercy. It be times Arby wouldn't give you a chance to eat. You dig what I'm saying?
She hates going out to eat.
It be like, Lord, she hollering and the food done got here. Like,
nah, I just be like, come on, let's just take her. She'll sit down, put the iPad, put something on. She'll be all right. And he's like, no, I don't want to go. Let's just stay in. Let's like, but baby, how are we going to figure it out if we just stay home all the time?
I don't know, but sometimes I be like, yeah, let's get it to go. But she's a lot better now. She's a lot better now. I'm talking about when she was like, you know, like maybe like a few months old. And then it'd be like, oh man. And then somebody got to hold her, so somebody got to try to hold her and eat. Yeah, and usually that was you. So you would, you know, but I'm like, baby, you ain't got to do that. I can hold her. But, you know, I guess you
need two hands when you eat.
Why do I need two hands when I eat?
I don't know. I just, every time when I watch you eat.
Oh, I need two hands when your boy need two hands. I can eat with no hand. Come on, give me some. But anyway.
Really you're going to be that embarrassing parent.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to be that embarrassing parent. But, like I said, just, you know, adjustments that you make, you know, because, like, you know, different, you know, like we talked about on, I think, the first episode, you know, love languages change, so you have to make adjustments to that, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. So, so y'all, if y'all got any more topics and things y'all want to ask us, even if y'all wanted to expound some more on that, you know, sacrifice and adjustments, but just know, you know, I feel like with marriage and when you being with somebody, there's constant changes, there's constant growth, or at least it should be. So there's going to be constant adjustments that you're going to have to make. You know what I'm saying? Even with adjustment to your attitude or your thought process about certain things, or how you react to certain things. You have to adjust some of those things. You know what I mean? You know, so again, yeah. So just know it's gonna be some sacrifices and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Cause like, you know, I like shoes. I like to buy shoes. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I have to sacrifice my shoe buying habit. You know what I'm saying? For the necessities of the house. You know what I mean? But granted, I wouldn't put us in a situation either where I just, you know, think about my feet before I think about food on the table. I've never been like that. But again, there's just some sacrifices and things. Because money, sometimes she had to sacrifice that Target money. Come on now.
It's stuff for the house.
Not all the time. I found this cute jacket.
Which you were supposed to get me. Did I pay full price for it? No.
But it's still some money.
Was it brand spanking new? Yeah.
No, I didn't say. Look,
but I love me some.
Because I love a deal too. I love a deal too. So that's why I support it.
What I love about Target is they always have like a secret clearance, and that wasn't necessarily on clearance, but I saw it because I was watching it. And I'm not going to tell a tale. I was going in there like every day to find this jacket because it was either they were sold out of my size or Christian was taking forever just to purchase it. And I'm like, okay, well, if it's under the tree, then I'll just go take this one back. We're on a first name basis at Target now at guest services, but
Target got some good chicken. I don't think anybody that chicken underrated because they give you about 4 or 5 pieces in that little plastic container. And you get a 5-piece for like $1.74. That's something to talk about there. You know what I'm saying? When I ain't trying to spend too much on no bird, that's where I go. You know who else got some good wings? I ain't gonna take too long. I ain't gonna take too much to get down. But I like to eat 7-Eleven wings. Them hot wings from 7-Eleven, they get to talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but I don't like the judgment. But we all got stuff we eat. We all got guilty pleasures. But don't do me like that. But anyway.
But you have nasty guilty pleasures.
Okay. Very judgmental. There's a high level of judgment coming from you.
Just being honest.
Okay. I did want to ask you something. I seen a question on social media. I feel like I need to ask you just to see where you at in your life with me, in your love life. A young lady said, I don't care if it's 3 a.m. If my man say he's hungry, I'm going to make him something to eat. Now, I just want to know, where are you with that? Are you in agreement?
No.
Jesus, okay. You want to kind of like explain why you not in agreement?
Are you sure?
I mean, would you... Actually, yeah, I want to know now. I feel like it's about to get spicy. I don't...
Christian Johnson will not get out of bed at 3 a.m. to make his wife some food.
How do you know that?
So
You've never asked me to make you something at 3 a.m.
I have.
What'd you ask me to make?
I've asked you to just get up and get me something to drink. Or get a snack. It's usually a snack. It's never really food. It's like a snack. And Christian will look up at me, if possible, and say, "What? You don't want no snack. You don't want no juice. You don't want that. Come on, I got what you need. Come over here and come back over here."
Yeah, I got a snack.
And put my arm around you and let's go back to bed and start smacking. You know how people do when they sleep? That's what he'll do. He will not make me any food. So before all of those times, yes, I would definitely make Christian some food.
But no, we talking about, what's today? April 6th, 2021.
As of April 6th, 2021, no.
Good grief.
No.
Like, you won't make me anything?
No. First of all, you don't need any milk past a certain time, so I'm not going to make you anything with dairy.
Baby, we buy lactate now.
No, I'm not doing that to you because your stomach's going to be tore up the next morning.
You won't even pour me a bowl of dry cereal? You ain't got to do that. Just pour in the bowl. Not in no toast. Simple thing. Just grab me one of Bree's fruit cups out the refrigerator. Something to hold me over till I wake up in the morning.
You something else.
Boy,
you
I didn't know we were here. I thought we were in a different place. I thought we
do it for me.
They finding out just like I am. Like we in a different place.
You wouldn't even do it for me.
Baby, I would.
You would not.
I would. Baby, I will get up and make you something to eat.
Lie. You would
I
not.
would. Now, I didn't say I will wake up. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have a slight attitude, not a whole lot, but
you
a
will
slight
have
attitude.
a full attitude. If
No,
I could rate the
'cause I love you.
attitude on a scale of 1 to 10, it'll be at 1,000.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's
Because
the
I'm gonna
truth.
make you something and me something too. Not I'm up.
No,
Because you know sometimes once I sometimes if I get up
and
out my sleep,
don't let it be something like, "Oh, babe, I want something like I want a good steak."
steak at 3. We might as well go to Waffle House. Get the steak and eggs. You want me to cook this baby? See this one. Granted, now she didn't say what she would make to eat, but baby, you want me to thaw out meat?
I'm hungry. It's 3 a.m. and I'm hungry.
Baby, the food, it's going to take a while for it to thaw out.
Okay. Now you see, you'll have a full attitude. Now you see what I'm talking about.
You asking for steak at 3 a.m., baby.
All of our meat is in the freezer, so you have to thaw something out.
But baby, I can get you something else. I can get some cheese it. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't ask for a snack. I asked for a meal.
It said something to eat. It said something. It didn't say no meal.
It's a meal.
It said something to eat.
It's a meal.
I mean something to hold you over.
For all we know, she could have been meat. She probably meant vagina.
Well, that's all I do. Wake me up with some of that at 3 a.m. You talking about being loved different before. Now, you used to wake me up with that 3 a.m. That 3 a.m. special?
That was before 29 hit.
I'm sorry, who?
That was before 29 hit.
What they got to do with it? What my age got to do with it?
You started giving me up, but I'm still asleep.
No.
Yes.
No, because when I know you give when you give me that supreme thing, when you give me, that's when I'm gonna give it back. I respond to the effort that you give me. Because sometimes you like to give me that I'm gonna just lift my leg up and you do the rest. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when you like, oh baby, I get on top.
We already covered this in the previous episode.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. When we was dating, talking about adjustments. When we was dating, when we was doing our thing, well, you gave me some of that make them stay. you would give me that. I'm talking about the loving was so good. I would leave my house. Talk about I wouldn't get up for you. You used to call me in the wee hours of the morning to come be with you.
And did.
And who was there at the door? See, this one. So it was stuff that you used to do that made me get up out of the bed at 3 a.m. Now that joint come around every night. That joint come around every now and again. That joint like the new rib. But I love my wife. Come on, this my baby right here, man. But
oh, man.
But now I know that my wife would not get up at 3 a.m.
Neither would you. Stop saying it like that. You would not get up either to make me something at 3 a.m.
I'm gonna set an alarm. Let's make each other something to eat. Let's start tonight. Bree ain't here. Let's just make something to eat.
Because I don't even know why you're trying to put on a show for these people. So anyway, what else you got to say? Did you have a good week this week?
Yeah, I did have a good week this week. We got some, outside is opening back up, and I'm excited about it. Lord have mercy.
I'm not. Shut it down.
No. We gotta get back out, baby. I gotta get back out and make this money. I don't. Come on, we got to eat. You want some more discounted jackets from Target, don't you?
I got that money. That was
you know what I'm saying?
That was some Christmas money that I got.
Shoot, we gotta because I want to go on vacation. It's been so long, Lord. Then we done been on, had our toes in the sand or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have my belly out. But yeah, your boy gonna be in Allentown, Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? This weekend was that April 9th and April 10th. You know what I'm saying? Doing shows. That's gonna be it's a live taping for a comedy special that's gonna be on Amazon Prime. So boy getting his first TV credit. I just got an email that I'll be on Funny Not Famous, which is it's part of Afrotainment, but it's for a live taping and down in Orlando, Florida in May. You know what I'm saying? I sent my submission, my video, and I believe God that it was gonna come through, and sure enough it did. And then at the end of April, I'm doing a small little tour in Texas. So we'll be in Austin, Texas, Austin, Texas on the 29th, and then we'll be in Lake Jackson, Texas, and then we'll be finishing off in San Antonio, I believe. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Like I said, man, thank you God that stuff is opening back up and I can get back to it, because I got some new material for y'all. And boy, when I tell you, y'all gonna love the stuff that I got. It's been a whole pandemic, so I had a whole lot of time to think. But I
Tell
really
me something funny. Tell me something funny.
Maybe they got to pay to see it. You do what I'm saying? You should see me live. But the people have been enjoying it. I've been able to work out some of this new material, and the people have been loving it. So we out here, man. Thank God, and my baby. you know what we just gonna say for another time. But my wife is in a better place right now. Ain't that right? Give me some. Ah! You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, have faith. We gonna be alright. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I got for right now. But we got some good news. It's good news is rolling in. Blessings is rolling in. Again, you can get that blessings with my name on the shirt at the website www.christianjohnson.online. Again, we love and appreciate y'all. Look, like, subscribe, rate us, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Again, we appreciate y'all. Any last minute words you want to tell the people?
Peace out.
All right, y'all. Peace.